Hocadan nakul. Burada. Hocadan nakul. O sakit böyle gel. Sakit var. Bir gelir. Şaşayına var. Sakit var. Bir gelir. Şaşayına var. Burada. Hocadan nakul.
Okay, so the reason why today we are focusing on the Daytona is because it is around the 68-year anniversary of the Daytona. So usually we have a theme in here, and this year for Dubai Watch Week we have got the Daytona. So if you look at the first cabinet here, we have the first Rolex Oyster, the Perpetual. So this is where it all began basically. This is the first wristwatch. So this is an iconic piece. This is what all the other watches stemmed from. All the other collections, they stem from this one. This is the original. And then as you can see here, in 1959, they released the first Oyster chronograph, which is the early Daytona. So the Daytona before it, evolved into what it is today. It's got 2 subdials and it's got a basic stopwatch. And this particular model was used within races that were held on the beach. Okay, so nothing too major as of yet, yeah? And then here, 1963, we have the first chronograph Daytona. So it's got the tachymeter, it's got the 3 subdials, it's reference 239. This is one of the most iconic pieces because it's where you actually see the Daytona come together. And now, as you can see, it's actually getting used within really serious racing.
Are these all from the Rolex Museum?
Yeah, these are all from the Rolex Museum. They're all original pieces, vintage pieces, one-of-a-kind pieces that you won't find, okay? So we're going to go over to this one now. This is the famous nighttime Daytona Paul Newman, okay? So the Paul Newman, that's probably worth about £1 million, £1 million, 6 million dirhams. Yes, absolutely, yeah. Paul Newman. So he wore this particular piece in the race, and they actually tributed that timepiece to him and give his name as a title for this particular model. It was a massive thing at the time, and then you've got day till night as well. Yeah, day and night, yeah. Paul Newman, and he was in the film as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There he is, he's got the wristwatch on there, he's got the Daytona there. Okay, so as you can see, time's progressing. Rolex decided to make the case size a little bit bigger, the aesthetics a bit more cleaner. Yeah. They're the pre-screw down pushers. All they're doing here is they're enhancing the watch now. They're just refining it, they're making it nicer, yeah? 1988, there's probably looking more like the Daytona we know today, but still over 30 years old. Zenith movement was introduced. Yeah. Because Rolex at the time, everything was made by themselves apart from the movement, and at that time Zenith had the best movement yet. Okay? And then 2000, Rolex decided that's it now, we want to be completely independent, and they started making their own in-house movements. Yeah, so 1165-20. So Rolex decided in the early 2000s, let's do something different with the Daytona. We've made it a functional, practical piece, but let's make it more dressy. This particular model wasn't particularly used in racing, but it was more a dress watch. Celebrities at that time were using that particular piece, and at red carpet events, that sort of thing. This is one of the most iconic pieces that's still in production. However, it's very modernized, the Rainbow Daytona. Yeah, an off-catalogue piece that you don't particularly see. It's a piece that we may see. For me, I've been in the business for nearly 4 years. I've not seen one. So, only that one, not one to sell, okay? And then, Rolex still staying in line with their core values of keeping it a heritage piece to racing. they decide to gift this particular model to a famous racing car driver called Tom Kristen, and they engrave on the back a special message, and that was actually gifted to him, similar to the Paul Newman story. Reason being is they want to keep to their original values, yeah? And then 2023, nothing has been done like this before. The exhibition case back. Rolex don't traditionally do the exhibition case back. I love it, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Because normally, if you look at other brands like Patek and AP and Gerald Perregaux, they traditionally stick to these very complicated movements, open case backs, very, the watch geeks watch, but Rolex, they're more functional, practical, and just aesthetically pleasing. So when they decided to do an exhibition case back, that was not like a normal practice in Rolex. So it's a very much an iconic revolution for that to happen.
Do you think they'll carry on with that and extend it to other models in the Daytona range?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You think they will?
Yeah, but they won't make it too common, but they will do it, yeah, definitely.
Thank you
but
very much.
That model was the best model to do it on, the most iconic piece.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome. So welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Execution.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
No matter how hard you try. But if instead of looking to win, you approach it differently. If you control everything you can, while accepting anything you can't. If you disregard any and all opposition, focusing solely on your own way. If, whenever you need to, you don't hesitate to restart the clock. And leave to others the counting of its seconds. You may come to realize that, actually, it never was a race to begin with. And if it isn't a race, then you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The Cosmograph Daytona.
No? We share all everything.
So it's Saturday morning, and I was having a little chat with Spencer last night. He's been to Dubai before, but he's never been to the top of the Burj Khalifa. Now, I couldn't understand why. Why would you come to Dubai and not go to the top of the world's tallest building? Well, apparently, I didn't realise that his fear of heights even stretched to being in a tall building. He really doesn't like it. Apparently, he doesn't even like being that tall. So my first job this morning, before we think about heading home later, is to get him up the top of the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. So we'll see how that one pans out. Morning, Spencer.
Morning, man.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah. You know what we're doing today, didn't you?
What's that?
We're going
Around
to
the
the,
mall?
no, we're not going to the mall. We are
Okay.
going to the top of the world's tallest building.
No, me and heights don't get on. Yeah? This is as high as I go.
You cannot come to Dubai without going to the top of the Burj Khalifa.
I don't like. I'll wait for you at the bottom. Is that
All right, you can wait for me at the bottom and I'll wave to you. Guys, we're about to head off back towards home. Before I do that, I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to this man, Dubai Dick, who up until this week was just another name on the channel. Dick has looked after us like a complete gentleman. Dick, has it been a pleasure or has it been a pain?
No, I'll tell you what. Meeting you and Spencer, and the viewers would say what they like, an absolute superstars, the pair of you, and I've thoroughly looked at.
Thank you so much,
no, honestly,
so much.
it's been an absolute pleasure, and I mean that. I really do.
Thank you
loved
so
your,
much.
Loved your company. Thank you.
Thanks, mate, and you've been an absolute superstar.
So
showing
guys,
us
if you
around.
come to Dubai, it's Dick Tours. Just
Dick
sign up,
Tours.
we give out the number. Great rate, honestly, fantastic guy. Really is.
Thanks, Dick. Really just want to put that on record
No,
for all the viewers. You've
thank
been a
you.
superstar
No,
gentleman.
thank you very much.
Appreciate it, mate.
It's been an absolute
Paul,
pleasure.
what you got to say about me then? Quite the opposite.
You've been
yeah?
a bleeding pain in the arse, you as always. I just spoke to your son on the phone. He said, "Haven't you managed to get rid of him yet?" I said, "Not quite. We're trying." Right, let's go and get something to eat, shall we?
Come then.
Come on.
Well, this is hello, Dubai, Dubai.
Goodbye, Dubai.
Goodbye, Dubai, yeah.
We're about to head off back to the airport. You all right, Spence? Looking forward to getting home? Getting home? You all right?
Yep.
Looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah. Yes and no.
Yes and no.
It's been a great
Shout,
place.
Spence, so everyone can hear you.
Sorry, yeah, it's been a great place. Really great.
Had a good time, haven't we?
Yeah.
So it's time to go home. We're back at Dubai Airport. Had a really, really good couple of days, an absolute blast. Spencer's inside just sorting out one or two bits and pieces. He's still on the phone. But before I go, I'm not going to tell him I'm going to do this. This better come as a surprise, because I'm not going to tell him whilst he's on camera. But what a mate he is. Honestly, he's such a lovely guy. Absolute blast to be with. We give each other rotten amount of stick, but we both take it in the right way. Really are, you know, over the last few years we've become the best of buddies. He's an absolute walking disaster, quite honestly. Always tripping over, always on the phone, always getting nearly run over. It's just funny to be around. And the odd thing is, I never really get too homesick when I'm away with Spencer. I've said it before, it's because I have to look after him, so that's like having one of my kids with me. But he's been an absolute superstar, generous to a fault as always, and can't say enough about the guy. So Spencer, when you get this, don't forget, I want to check in a post. But seriously, he's been amazing, and proud of you, mate. You do us both proud, and you represent the pre-owned watch market in a wonderful fashion. Right, don't get telling anyone I told you that. I better go and find him now. Back in London, Spence.
So guys, here we are,
7:30
Sunday morning. We've done it, complete, back in one piece. And what a trip, Paul, what a trip. What a trip.
Should we do it again?
Gone on.
Back in London, 7:30 in the morning, freezing cold.
Back to reality, fabulous trip, really was amazing. Great to see all the people and all the watch brands, Rolex, Patek, and can't.
Get off, go on. I'll see you in a week.